Tonight on True Crime Fails. A Canadian crime duo can't escape this convenience store. A man steals a Miami Dolphins jersey, then wears one to court.
This ain't what, y'all.
A drunk man steals an ambulance. And a bank robber takes out the trash. Stay tuned. Welcome to True Crime Fails. I'm your host, Charles DeWandler. In our first story tonight, a bank robber from Ohio attempts to make a withdrawal, but instead makes an unexpected deposit.
This is Mission Incompetent.
Your mission, Mr. Rob Burr, should you choose to accept it, watch a ton of bank heist movies, buy a ski mask, get your safe-cracking tools, and find a hole to climb in through the roof.
Don't bring a ladder, that might attract too much attention. Instead, climb up a recycle bin and through the roof. And don't forget, disconnect the silent alarm.
And that was Rob's critical mistake. When he set off that silent alarm at 2 in the morning, the police responded. And when they got there, they heard noises coming from the roof, and then they saw a bag of tools fall from the roof. Then they just waited patiently.
He reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. They're both trash.
Hands behind your back.
My favorite part of the video is at the end when they're like,
Who's here with you?
he sounded like he very much regretted not spending any time over the entire course of his life making any friendships whatsoever.
Police then rolled him to the recycle center where they got 5 cents per ounce.
Our next failed criminals are a nefarious crime duo from Canada. Let's call them Bonnie and Clyde.
So this police officer arrives at this convenience store to arrest Bonnie and Clyde, but they do not go willingly. Clyde pushes Bonnie into a cop and tries to escape, but the cop is holding onto his shirt. So then one of the store owners stops Clyde from running out the front door. So Clyde just makes a break for the rear exit.
Shutting the shirt, good move. Way more aerodynamic.
I like how Clyde ran past the restroom and thought, only a crazy person would hide in the restroom. And then he came back out and he was like, if I play Ring Around the Rosie with the cops and the other guy, if they don't tag me, then I don't go to jail. Realizing the police officer has a gun, Clyde grabs the closest weapon he can find, a packaged whoopie pie.
He thought about turning this into a food fight till he realized that assaulting a police officer is a much harsher sentence than shoplifting.
Clyde is saying, okay, I give up, but secretly, he's thinking if I can escape before these cuffs go on, I'll be free, because I can stand up faster than this cop can bend down.
Meanwhile, Bonnie can't get out the front door because it's being blocked by the store owner, so she goes to the rear to find the exit her boyfriend couldn't find. Or maybe she just had to go to the bathroom. As Jeff Goldblum said, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
Getting tased wasn't a part of the plan. But once he stops tasing me, I'll just walk right out that door that I already tried to walk through 3 times and failed.
Clyde makes another break for the door, only to be stopped by the police officer and the bystander. The cashier is just watching, and she's like, this is just another day at the gas station. Hashtag gas station life.
After taking a quick number 2, she decides that her number 1 idea is climbing up to the 2nd story that no one knows about and escaping through a secret window and then trying to Jason Bourne over the entire parking structure.
Well, maybe not.
Okay, was this the inspiration for that song, The Ceiling Can't Hold Us?
Bonnie isn't hurt, she heads for the back and starts waving goodbye.
This is the most Canadian attempt at crime I could possibly imagine. So in the end, the couple was arrested and they were charged with multiple crimes, including assaulting an officer, illegal use of a snack pack, and not saying sorry.
A man in Miami is arrested for being a Dolphins fan after him and his friend attempt to steal $300 in Miami Dolphins merchandise.
After the Dolphins lost the game, the suspect and his friend flipped out. They entered the Sun Life Stadium gift shop and they were acting fishy. when they stuffed 2 jerseys and a hat into their pants. Apparently, they were trying to make a splash in their wardrobe, but their plan totally backfired when they were arrested by police.
You're charged with stealing a Dolphin jersey?
This ain't the one, young.
No?
No, ma'am.
Imagine being this dude's defense attorney and being like, whatever you do not wear evidence to court. And the guy's like, no problem, boss. I'll wear a different jersey.
This feels like you're going to court for a kidnapping and then showing up with the person that you kidnapped, being like, how can I be arrested for kidnapping? They're not missing, they're right here.
Public defender?
The officer says A and then says hats. So there's an issue as to whether it's 2 hats or 1 hat.
A means singular, while hats means plural, more than one. Now, I hate to get caught up in semantics, but cops are expected to have excellent English grammar. I move to dismiss.
I'd love to see this lawyer defend a murderer.
Your Honor, the police report says my client committed A murders. Now, is it 1 murder or multiple murders? Your Honor, this is disgusting grammar. We have to throw this case out.
Case dismissed.
The judge banned him from ever visiting Sun Life Stadium again and sentenced him to 10 more years as a Dolphins fan.
To all the children watching who are aspiring criminals, one thing you should know is that stores have cameras and they can see when you shove things in your own pants.
In our final story tonight, Dan, a Florida man, is arrested for stealing an ambulance.
Our homeboy Dan was taken to the hospital after his neighbor called 911 on him for being drunk and suicidal. Wonder what inspired that call.
Hey, Dan, what's the deal with your front lawn? Haven't seen you mow it not once in 7 years. You know what? I'm calling the cops. I'm gonna tell them you're drunk and suicidal.
Hey, I ain't drunk.
Hey, police? Hey. Oh, I'm on hold.
After the police arrived, maybe it went something like,
You're not under arrest, but we have to take you to the ER to get checked out.
Can you wait a minute? Because I'm watching the game, and if we lose, I will literally kill myself.
Well, we have to take you now. 10-4.
So an ambulance took Dan to the hospital, but he was getting really impatient, waiting 2 hours.
Can we change the channel? I'm missing a game.
Sir, you're gonna have to be patient, okay? That's why they call you a patient, because you're supposed to be patient. God, these patients never patient. Dan got so sick of waiting, so he did what anyone would have in his position. He stole an ambulance and drove himself home.
My dude, this is the time you're supposed to call an Uber.
Don't worry, Dan did go around and check the back of the ambulance to make sure no one was in there before he stole it, so he was being responsible.
So when he's at the hospital, he steals an ambulance. What exactly would he do if he was at an airport? Steal a plane? If he was at the zoo, would he steal an elephant?
When he got home in the ambulance, he decided to park it in his neighbor's driveway instead of his own. That way, he could frame the neighbors for stealing the ambulance. Needless to say, this did not work.
When cops arrived at his house, Dan hid inside the trunk of his car because apparently he forgot that cops love to play hide and seek. They found him very easily.
Thanks for making this easy. But I prefer a challenge. I understand that a hospital waiting room is not the most comfortable place to wait, but it's definitely more comfortable than waiting in the trunk of your car.
After being arrested, Dan was not allowed to post bond because he was already on probation from drunk driving a year prior. I imagine he probably stole an ice cream truck. Here's another piece of advice. Try not to drink and drive. And if you do, try not to steal an ambulance when you're already on probation.
Thank you for watching True Crime Fails, the place where criminals go to be ridiculed. We hope to see you again soon.